Okay, hey all, real quick, I just thought I'd let you know, I recorded this video earlier today for the sake of getting the video out, because there was a lot of information about the God Particle ARG and stuff going on that I wanted to discuss, and I'm currently watching the Super Bowl, and if you were watching the Super Bowl, then you know that a trailer for the Cloverfield Paradox is coming out, so there's some stuff that I'm going to be talking about in this video that I didn't know at the time of making the video. So the movie is not called Cloverfield Station or anything like that. It's called the Cloverfield Paradox. And it comes out tonight on Netflix after the Super Bowl, which is insane and I cannot believe it. In fact, I'll show you this now. I'm currently editing the video. There's the Super Bowl. So I want to finish this video and get out this stuff because I do think that's important, especially if you do want to watch the film tonight after the Super Bowl. So I'm going to finish up this video. You're watching it now, and you can go on Netflix if it's February 5th and watch the Cloverfield Paradox, the full movie. I'm excited. It's directly related to Cloverfield, and I cannot believe it. I am out of breath. I screamed when the trailer came on. My friend saw me freak out. It was great. So yeah, and also the original Cloverfield is going to be on Netflix too, so that's pretty awesome. So you can go watch both. Both are just incredible movies, and I can't recommend it enough. I just wanted to put out that disclaimer before this video goes up. I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. I'm insane right now. This is film history. I heard rumors of it on Twitter. I cannot believe that we're finally at this point. That being said, please enjoy the video. I feel like there was a lot of cool, interesting stuff regarding the ARG here. There's some stuff that can be debunked. However, I do feel like it is interesting nonetheless. So enjoy the video. I'm going to cut to the intro now, and just wanted to put out that disclaimer. See you guys next time. What's up, guys? I'm Jacob Suggs, and welcome back to another Cloverfield 3 God Particle, whatever we're calling it, ARG update video. And we have a lot to talk about because it is Super Bowl Sunday, meaning that we're probably going to get something big. First off, I want to address two things. One, a lot of people who kind of hopped in from the last video didn't know what ARG means. ARG basically means alternate reality game, and it's kind of a viral marketing technique that studios use to hype up their movie. Basically, a lot of players online can connect together and try to decipher certain things and find different websites that connect to the marketing of a particular movie or game or whatever. It's pretty much that kind of stuff, and that's what an alternate reality game is, so whenever I say ARG, that's exactly what I mean. The second thing that I want to talk about real quick is a lot of people have been bringing up, Jacob, why do you do so many hand motions in your video? Well, you see, I'm a very visual speaker to where I talk with my hands like I'm doing right now, and it's just something that I can't prevent or help. So it's just a way for me to kind of keep track of what I'm saying and how to communicate with you guys. So, unfortunately, I cannot stop the hand motions. They just kind of come naturally, so I'm sorry. That being said, let's go ahead and hop into the Cloverfield news, because like I said, we have a lot to talk about, and I want to get this video up today or tonight before the Super Bowl stuff happens so that you guys can be updated, and in the event that a trailer does drop, I'll be prepared and we'll have covered pretty much all of this stuff. That being said, I'm very happy to announce that it has officially been confirmed that Bear McCreary is coming back to compose the original score for God Particle. Now, he did the score for 10 Cloverfield Lane, and if you haven't listened to the original score for 10 Cloverfield Lane, you're really missing out because you don't really realize how much sounds and music carry that film until you rewatch it numerous times. In fact, when I'm writing my own scripts for short films that I want to do, I actually listen to the 10 Cloverfield Lane score. It's a great score, and there's a lot of interesting techniques that they used for it, and if you haven't seen the extra or behind the scenes documentary about that part for 10 Cloverfield Lane, then you're kind of missing out, and I would recommend checking that out because it's really interesting. Link to that will be down in the description below. Now, before I hop into this, I just want to mention that this could be in-game, it could not be in-game, it could just be somebody trying to make a distraction or somebody trying to get 5 minutes of fame by making a fake Facebook or Instagram page. But that being said, we talked about that in the last video, and something interesting happened with both the Cloverfield Station Facebook and the Cloverfield Station Instagram page, which I feel like it's worth mentioning here. The Facebook page updated for a brief minute with a photo of the number 4, but was soon deleted off of the page. However, the Facebook page and the Instagram page I mentioned last time now have a logo as an official profile photo, so maybe we are actually getting closer to a trailer. There's also a banner on the Facebook page with the official logo for Paramount and Bad Robot, so I'm starting to get a little bit more speculative about this because it could very much be the official page for this movie. I mean, there's a lot of signs pointing to it being something official, but there's also a lot of signs pointing to it as fake, so we're just gonna have to wait and see. Personally, I think that this could very much be a hoax as well as it could be true, but to be honest with you, there's no way of really knowing until we officially have an announcement for the film, so until then, take this with a grain of salt. And I also quickly want to bring up that some people thought that the number 4, which was mysteriously put on the Cloverfield Station page, was a number counting down to how many days until a trailer, but that was a lot more than 4 days ago, so to be honest with you, I don't know what it means. It could just be anything by this point. Now, regarding the Slusho bobbleheads from last time, numerous people have suggested breaking the bobblehead to see if they've actually put something inside. The logic is you can't have your cake and eat it too, so it's either you get the bobblehead souvenir or you break the bobblehead to get a clue and be ahead of pretty much everybody else. Now, I don't think anybody should break this. In fact, I highly don't recommend it, and I don't think that there's anything inside. In fact, one Reddit user actually got a broken bobblehead in the mail and he was really disappointed by it, and there was nothing inside it. So I think it's safe to say that there's nothing in this bobblehead, and if I had a bobblehead, I certainly would not break it because, I mean, 1, they're pretty cool, and 2, I just don't think that anything's inside of them. I also want to bring up that on Twitter, we found a Yoshida Medical Research page, but I personally just think this is a hoax. I just briefly wanted to mention it because Yoshida Medical Research is a subsidiary of Tagruato, but I do think that this is just somebody trying to create a misdirection in the midst of the ongoing ARG. Plus, the account is private, so I don't think that Bad Robot would make a fake account just to keep it private from the public. If you're trying to gear up marketing for a movie and doing all of these weird viral marketing tactics, I mean, you could do that, but you're also turning a lot of people away because they can't get access to the account unless they request to follow it, and the request kind of pins, and then it's received and they accept it. I mean, that just doesn't make sense to me. Why would you make a fake account for something and keep it private from the world? That just doesn't add up to me, so personally, I don't think this is in-game. I also want to mention that on Twitter, the Mark Stambler Twitter account that we found not too long ago actually tweeted out the following: "I don't know who you are or what you want, but the only way you could know about the lamp is if you're watching me. I've notified NYPD. Last warning, leave me alone." Now, I mentioned a lamp in that. Keep that in mind for later. Now, there's also a Slusho Twitter account for the slushy company that J.J. Abrams has in all of his movies, and Slusho actually tweeted out moments after Mark Stambler saying that they were starting a tour on the East Coast. Which, hey, I'm on the East Coast. Slusho, hit me up, fam. All jokes aside, the Mark Stambler account also did something insane. They DM'd somebody from the Reddit page. He basically just asks if the guy knows any information about what's going on and how he doesn't know who to trust anymore. And although it's basically just Mark being quiet and mysterious for the majority of the conversation, there was something major that actually came out of this, which I feel like we definitely need to pay attention to. The Reddit user asked Mark if Howard's findings played a part in the people looking after him, and in return, Mark said he doesn't like how strangers have details about his family. If you don't know, I've mentioned this in previous videos regarding God Particles, so if you're not updated, I'm gonna fill you in real fast. Howard Stambler is the name of John Goodman's character in 10 Cloverfield Lane. Now, we've speculated as to if Mark Stambler, who is a main character in the God Particle ARG, is related to Howard Stambler, but other than the last name, we really don't have any connections. Until now, because officially at this moment, we know that Mark Stambler and Howard Stambler are somehow related. Now, I don't know if they're brothers, I mean, that makes sense to me, or nephews, or cousins, or whatever, but now we officially know that yes, Mark Stambler is in the same family relation as Howard Stambler, so that just further connects this film with 10 Cloverfield Lane, and that's awesome. Now you might be wondering, Jacob, this could just be photoshopped, right? How could this actually be a real thing? Why would he just single out a certain person and just DM him this message? Well, you could be absolutely right. However, to be completely honest with you, this doesn't look photoshopped with me, and it's almost too well written to be fake. So if you're asking me, I think this is real. I also think it's real because Mark Stambler DM'd other users certain videos that you can find online. If you want to watch all of those, there's way too many to show now. Link in the description down below because they are interesting and I would recommend it. However, there's not much to be found there other than a few other people that Mark is communicating with, but I do think it's interesting and it could be a potential lead. In fact, I would definitely say it is a lead. Speaking of mysterious messages, let's talk about that 04/18/2028 website because as always, it's updated yet again. It's really hard to make out anything in the video, but we can imply that once again, it's still the same video of the mysterious man that we've mentioned before. From what we can make out, it's saying, "This is a social media hoax. You're supposed to be using social media. My name's James. Crossbeam. Being able to locate the machine. You know, I gotta give you credit. 3rd floor by the lamp." So it's pretty obvious to me that the Mark Stambler Twitter account is in-game and a part of the ARG due to the website's update and the tweet both mentioning a lamp of sorts, as I talked about earlier. We also know that Mark is supposedly in contact with a man named James, and this could very well be the man that Mark has been communicating with this entire time. As of now, we don't know what the lamp means, but it may have something to do with the Cloverfield Energy Initiative, but that's just my guess. That being said, go ahead and follow the Mark Stambler Twitter account. Link is in the description down below. However, at this time, the account isn't that active and weird things have been happening on it, so I don't know if you're going to be able to find it anymore, but if you can, I would definitely recommend following it. The website then updated again on February 2nd, and we can't really make out anything in this video. We just hear a man talking to Mark if he's gotten his emails. Yeah, there's really nothing there yet. We really haven't made anything out from that as of what I know now, so maybe either I'm just not entirely updated, but if I am updated, then from what I remember, we haven't found anything just yet. As for the Tagruato website, it's still corrupted, but now has a message written in Hebrew in the back, and if you translate it, it roughly is talking about how they're working on roads in Israel. The Tagruato website, it's still corrupted, but now has a message written in Hebrew in the back, and if you translate it, it roughly is talking about how they're working on roads in Israel. Now on the site as well, there is another message written in English, and when you decipher it, it reads, "Tagruato's the real reason to steal the rest of the world's energy. They've spent 20 years trying to open it, no matter the cost to the world." Now obviously they're referring to the Cloverfield Energy Initiative, or CEI, no doubt in my mind about that. And once again, this is a warning from Taito, which is the eco-terrorist group trying to, prove that Tagruato is doing bad things. However, we don't know who's sending these messages. It could really just be anybody. It could be the whistleblower from the first Cloverfield movie, or it could be Teddy Hansen, who was a character in Cloverfield that we don't really see, but he was really big in the viral marketing campaign for that movie. If you want to know more about that, link to the Cloververse Wikipedia page on Teddy down in the description below. But that being said, that's all I really have as of now. Literally, I checked the subreddit a couple minutes ago to see if there was any news I had missed. And as of right now, the Tagruato website, all of the bars have completely loaded, and the website's extremely corrupted. So to be honest with you, I'm expecting something big tonight. It could be a trailer, it could be a teaser, I don't know what to expect, but I am expecting something with the Super Bowl tonight, and I'll keep you guys updated if something actually happens. Okay guys, I'm back again. The reason why you heard that little buzzing in the video was because my mic messed up, unfortunately. So, unfortunately, while editing yet again, here I am. So that being said, if you like this news about the ARG and cannot wait to watch the movie tonight on Netflix, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And as always, I'm Frame by Frame. Remember the name, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys tomorrow with a review of the Cloverfield Paradox. I cannot believe that I'm saying that, and I cannot wait. I'll see you guys next time.